Can I say something before you grab it from me? I would like to introduce our filmmaker, Laura Harper. This is a wonderful documentary, so thank you.
Thank you, Lisa Dearson. I can't tell you what a great opportunity you've provided me and in this film. And I guess in this film you can know that I once was a school teacher in history and English was my major. And so I can't tell a story without telling its history. And I can't talk about horses unless I talk about humans and our interaction. And so if I can introduce Dusty Pierce to join this panel in case you have any questions. And Dusty Pierce, who was featured in this film. Come on up, please. Dusty Pierce, my historian. Anyway, I'll just say before we begin the questioning is that in my mind, I was trying to create this story that's 50 million years old and incorporate humanity in that. Because between humanity and the horse is the Mustang. So anyway, with that, do you have any questions of me or Dusty Pierce?
You said that this is last year's version and you updated it a little?
Yes. A couple of things has, I've incorporated, of course, an actual picture of me on a horse. That's one of the things, and we did some color corrections and sound corrections. But we have also understood some things about the herd that I'm covering here, the Cabresto herd you saw. And I had been following him since 2013, and so now he's an old man. And his band has been bait trapped, and so they're no longer there, and he's got his lead mare. So we're going to do an update of that. And so anyway, I don't want to tell the story too much right now, but there's an exciting ending for that herd anyway, or for the leader of it. But anyway, thank you for that question. Excuse me? Do you know, I have to say there is good news in our area at the Caracas Mesa, that is the Jicarilla Ranger District. And I'm really, really, excited because they do not use helicopters. The last helicopter was, of course, in 2006. And has not, or 2000, yeah, it was 2006 where there was some incredible injuries. And so there's no more aerial chasing of the horses, and bait trap is used, and they really try to do whatever they can to be humane when they gather the horses up in the Jicarilla area. So that's happy to know. Any other questions? You might want to know about the ballerina. Does anybody have an idea of why would I incorporate a beautiful dancer in this film, twirling? Well, actually what she's doing is pirouettes. And if you really watch her, you'll see how accurate she is in everything she's doing. And she represented to me about the history of the horse and its journey with humanity. And it's an old story. It's 50 million years old. And then now it's affected me a century of, later in my life. I don't want to say exactly how old I am, but anyway, the story keeps going on and on. And I hope that we learn new ways to keep our horses out in the wild. Yes, thank you, Dusty. You brought so much to the story, because the story of gold is a little, the reason why the conquistadors came here. And I don't know if you noticed that I called Rambo my Cibola, and Cibola is one of the lost 7 cities of gold. So anyway, anything else? It was a... I'm real excited to know and mention that PZP is planned to be used on the in the Hickory Ranger District, and that's exciting. But like Dr. Cothran points out, it must be done as a tool, and not a tool to chop off a head, but rather a tool to be effective and helpful to the horse. And so I think the idea of birth control in the PZP is the answer to keep the horses out in the wild.
Do you have any other questions for her?
This question is for Dustin. Are you involved in other areas of wild horse management besides New Mexico?
Laura.
Oh, he said not currently.
Yeah, not currently, if you didn't hear what I said. We did this for a lot of years, and I worked with Bob Browning for 40 years. And it's become kind of something that I'm not as involved in now. But with the introduction of this documentary, it's bringing me back into it. One of my specialties is the history side of this. And sorry about that. So we have a lot of information that isn't in this documentary that, needs to be shared.
Let me add to that. The exciting thing, though, is that Dusty and Bob Browning were some of the first entrepreneurs in the wild horse adoption in 2004. And I also want to just recognize the BLM in Colorado. And they do a wonderful job. They have wonderful efforts in our wild horse management. And so I want to say that. And things are looking good also for our area in New Mexico. So with that,
if there's
thank you.
no more questions, thank you, Laura. I promise tomorrow we'll have the updated version.
Let me just make a point there on the updated version. The most important thing about that is the updated version title is Mustang of the Caracas Mesa. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.